just dollar signs. Money on my mind, money on my mind.
Good morning, everyone. It is time for another red hot covered call video. It's meant to inspire, it's meant to motivate, and if you can get a little morsel of information out of my videos that keeps you on that path to trying to better yourself, making guaranteed income, I hope you enjoy my videos, and getting the feedback that I get inspires me to keep going with my experience, giving you a look into my world. And we're really going to do that this time. But I want you to get these videos every time I do one, so please hit subscribe. You notice I try to do it every single week. And we're going to talk about this one here that I did last week, where I was writing covered calls on Las Vegas Sands, was making good money, was able to add money to my last trade. You'll watch that video when we're done, okay? Promise me that. Because the tie-in between these two videos really cover the gambit of a covered call, gone good, gone bad, this, that, or the other, okay? So the story is, I bought Las Vegas Sands for a 2-week covered call, guaranteed income. That's the plan. Every 2 weeks, I'm going to write a covered call, and I'm going to collect usually about an 80-cent premium out of the money. I'll take that every time. We're going to do that. That's a part of our crumbs plan. We're just going to gather little tiny crumbs. We talked about this, and we're going to build from there. We're not going to get super risky with the $4 and $5 premiums, because $4 and $5 premium type companies bring risk. Not that these don't. Okay, not that these don't, but they're S&P type companies, they're Dow type companies. We can feel good resting our head on the pillow that we're not investing in some pharmaceutical company with one drug in phase 3 FDA approvals. The idea is we want good companies. And Las Vegas Sands, to me, as I explain in this video and others, is one of those companies. So watch this video, okay, and how I added to my covered call income. But before we get there, let's talk about what has happened this week, because it hasn't changed the game, but it definitely added excitement. Okay, remember, covered call writing, there's a game within the game. You can buy a stock, write a call, and go on vacation and come back and let it lay where it lays. But with that said, you lose opportunities. You lose opportunities to make extra money being active. Okay, game within the game. And with this last covered call that I wrote on Las Vegas Sands, I wrote a deep in the money call, picked up $3.05. $3.05, was going to let the trade lay where it lay. I had my shares taken away. I'd already written 5 calls on it, picked up big money for that short amount of time. I was done with it. I was going to buy win. Remember I told you that? Well, look what happens. I find out that we get some news out of China. Macau, China, the government's there's a report that the government is going to limit ATM withdrawals in Macau, and all of the casino stocks fall 10, 11, and 12%. Las Vegas Sands, being one of the major players, fell the hardest from the ones that I was watching. And wow. So that option that I sold up here, that I was going to have my shares taken away from me at 59, $3.05. Remember we talked about that? $3.05, falling all the way down right here. I was able to buy that option back, which I did for 60 cents, folks. 60 cents, that's the game within the game. So I'm able to sell it for $3.50, deep in the money. My shares are going away. We get this news. That option falls from $3.05 down to 60 cents. I buy that option back to close out my obligation, and I only pay 60 cents for that. So I end up essentially pocketing the $2.40. Well, the stock is falling much more than $2.40 here. That's down 8 folks. $8. So, what happens? Well, here's the deal. Remember what I told you? I told you that I had been writing covered calls all through here, and at the top, I thought it could fall, and it sure did. So I wrote that deep in the money call right here, got the $3, okay? Now it's down here, all right? So I'm doing the math. I'm like, hey, yes, it's down to $56, $55. It was at $54. I need to make money. Here's where patience should have been number one for me. I went ahead, while it was down $8, I went ahead and looked for another covered call to write. And in my haste, this is a big red flag, in my haste, I think I write a 58 for $1.50. I'm thinking, hey, this news probably, if you read my blog, and I'm going to post a link below on my blog where I write about this, I believe this news will not stick, and China will back off of this news. Come to find out, the article wasn't substantiated, so the next day we actually get some movement higher. Okay, so a lot of confusion, and in that confusion, in that haste, I write what I think is a 58 for $1.50. The stock's at 54x. I'm like, hey, this is great. I think we're going to get a bounce in the stock. I'm still going to get 58. It's $1.50. This is $1.50 covered call. I'm still in the money. I make a little bit because remember I pocketed $2 of the $3. I pick up a little bit, even more. Well, in my haste, I actually did not realize I picked up 56. 56 for $1.50. Okay, so with that said, I buy another 100 shares down at 54. So in my haste, I'm doing a lot of stuff here. I need to sit back, not be as emotional. So I write the 3 contracts for a 56 for $1.50. Then I buy 100 shares. And I'm thinking, wow, I got this loose 100 shares. What am I going to do? I have no call on that yet. We wake up the next morning. Sure enough, Sands is plus $3.30 in pre-market. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and write one covered call on my 100 loose shares. So I write a 60 and get $1.15 for that at the height of the morning. Let's go ahead and... well, you can't see it here, and if I hit escape, it's going to cancel my window. What happens in the first hour of trading, Sands is rocketing higher. I'm able to get a 60 for $1.15, okay? As Sands starts to drift off, which surprises me, the whole casino stock sort of came back down to earth. It was up a 330. It only ended the day plus 60 cents. What ends up happening is 2 things. My 3 options that I got $1.50 for rocketed higher. It came back down to $1.50. Wow. My 1 option that I got $1.15 for came down to 45 cents. I'm thinking to myself, look at that. I'm going to be able to clear all my obligations in this one fell swoop. So I literally bought back the 3 I sold yesterday for $1.50. Bought them back for $1.50. I lose money because there were transaction fees. That's okay. My option for 100 shares, I got $1.15 for. I bought it back for 45 cents. I make a little bit of money there. That covers my fees. Now I'm even Steven. Now I sit back and focus. And what do? I focus. I say, look, I need to get back. This emotional swing has happened in a matter of hours. I need to sit back, be smart, execute my plan. So what I ended up doing, I took my 400 shares now, and I went ahead and wrote, I was able to get a 60. Okay, look where it's at right now. It's at 55. Okay, it was actually a little bit higher when I wrote this. Too bad. I wrote a 60, and I was able to get, I think I got 60 cents for it, or 58 cents. So I'm right back to where I was before all of this, moving of the cups, right? Trying to hide the ball, moving the cups. In the end, I end up not making any money, not losing any money, giving Fidelity a bunch of fees for nothing. But with that said, through all of that, I was able to get back to my roots, was able to write that covered call, and I was able to get back to where I'm at. So right now, I'm sitting at 4 contracts, got 58 cents for it, a 60 strike. Expiration, by the way, is, I think it's going to be December 30th. So if I get my shares taken away at 60 by December 30th, hey, I make even more money. So with that said, folks, really this video is all about acting with patience, being smart, not getting caught in a moment. I've written 50 or 60 covered calls, and I still get emotional. Okay? It's going to be tough because that's what I am. But because of my financial education, because I listen to people like Alan Ellman, watch his videos, watch the beginner series, I try to do the right thing, listen to my mentor, okay? I'm being active. I'm being proactive. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, but for the most part, it's going to keep me in the game within the game, okay? Be patient, okay? And hell, what I should have done is just let the current call sit where it lie. Remember, I had the 59 for $3. Just let it roll out and move on. That would have expired this Friday. But it is what it is. We move on. Love the game within the game. So hope you learned something. Just be patient. I want you to go visit this video here. This video here. And you'll hear how I had trade after trade after trade, which sort of dovetails with where I'm at right now with Las Vegas Sands. But again, this is all about being patient. This is all about doing the right thing. Hey, folks, I want you to get your financial education, writing covered calls, so you can make that extra income, that guaranteed income in 2017. You could have the better things in life if that's what you want, or you just want to execute trade after trade and feel better about your trades. Okay, feel better about your trades, because I hear people swing trading and just getting screwed. And for the most part, I'm hitting these trades and I'm winning. That's what we want to do. Okay, so hey, until next time, I hope all your covered calls are profitable.
Oh, all I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs.